She is so pretty. Now she needs to be watered, so I'm gonna go ahead on and take her over to be watered now. Happy Saturday! This never gets old. Okay, recently I did a video talking about the plant goals that I have for 2024. This video, I actually want to get started. So last year, I lushed up all of my aroid type plants. So my Pothos, my Synapsis, all of those plants, right? Got them nice and lush and they're on their way. Well, I wanted to do the same thing this year with my Hoyas. So of my plant goals, I'm starting propagating my Hoyas today. Now this is one of the ones that I want to propagate, but there are a couple of others. So let's get started with collecting those. So back here is my Macrophyla. So as you see, she is unruly. She has no respect. She is doing exactly what she wants. Now, part of the reason it's doing this is because I've got it on a stick here, which probably is not the best thing for her, not for my version. So she's definitely getting cut today. So another plant that's getting cut today is the one that's actually on this rope here. Now, I put it on the rope because she was so long. But the problem is that now she's so long that I don't think that her root system can handle it. She doesn't have any more roots along this. Now, if she was laying across the ground or growing up a tree, she probably would have put out more roots to support this. But because she doesn't, it's not that, we don't have that situation for her. I don't think that her root system is supporting it. So that's my hypothesis. I could be wrong, but we're gonna propagate. She is massive. Look. So I'm excited about getting some sort of control over her because as much as I love this, I just don't think this is doing good for her, right? I think I need to have a little bit stronger of a root system. And then once I get that strong root system, then I can go and let this happen. But we're gonna see. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to clean off my scissors, of course. So I have some alcohol and I got just a regular napkin and I'm going to clean my scissors and my workspace. Now I have a little tarp down here. It's just a little piece of plastic. Actually, it's a full-on potting thing. Let me show you really quickly. So it has these little snaps on the side and you can make sort of like a little, and you do this and that way you can contain all of your soil. I find it better, easier to work with if I don't have the two here done. The two on this side is done. And it just keeps it from, getting on my keyboard and anywhere else. But for the most part, it's pretty easy to work with. I love it when I'm repotting. Right now, it sort of feels a little extra, but I also didn't want to have to clean up any kind of soil that might come from the potted plant, from the mother plant. I've already wiped this down, but typically you would wipe this down too, because any cuttings that fall on here, you want them to not pick up anything that you might have had from any soil. Now this is my Pubacalyx and I love her. This really never gets old. But what I'm finding is that she's not growing. I haven't had any new leaves. Now I was just inspecting her right before we got started and I did notice one little new leaf in here. But that's the first new leaf in a very long time. Sometimes I forget new leaves, but I don't think I have. And I'm looking at these tendrils. Now, one thing about Hoya is Hoya will let you know what's going on with them to some degree. Now, this part of the tendril here is really viable. It's green. You can see the green in it and it's really flexible. But on the very end, you see how dried out that is? This part is dead. right? So there's nothing that's going to grow from here. Now, if something wants to grow from this tendril, it would need to grow from that node. Now, I can get roots from the stem, but I can't get any kind of leaf unless I have a node on the Hoya. So what I'm finding is that I have these super long tendrils, and I don't really know if they're all viable. I also feel like, I know they're not all viable because I'm looking at this and this is dead. I also feel like because it hasn't grown in so long that sometimes they need a little cut to help, you know, get them into action and be like, oh, what's going on? We done lost half of the team. We need to get some of those things going on. So I think cutting is going to help make it pick up where it left off. And I get to cut off some of this dead tendrils. Now, the other thing about Hoya, when you're cutting them, you know that they will bleed. I know what it's called. Latex. And it can be a little irritating to your skin. So you got to be careful with that. Which is why when it's dead, like the end here, I like to just leave a little piece of that dead on and just cut the dead off, the rest of the dead off, and you get no drama with that. So really, I'm just going in and I'm just trying to find what's dead, and I'm gonna cut off what's dead. And then if you know, it just depends. Sometimes you all the plans in the world don't turn out right. Now look at all this tendril. A lot of people will say, well, just leave it, it'll grow something on there eventually, and that's probably true. But I also feel like sometimes you just got to jumpstart it. So this is probably viable up until about right here. And you can kind of see the difference. So this part is really dried, and this part you can feel has got a little bit of viability in it. So I'm going to, I don't know, let's look at the rest of them first before we decide to cut anything. Okay, so I probably should put some gloves on. And the only reason is because I rub my eyes and stuff a lot. So my allergies are really cutting up here lately. And so yeah, I really want to jumpstart this thing. I think I'm just gonna have to go for it. I noticed that sometimes we, you know, kind of like, oh, don't want to cut too much. I want to say I did this one time before, and she still hasn't produced anything. So I'm going to give her a good hard trim. And I'm going to let this callus over before I do anything with it. And I'm kind of giving it a hard trim because, like I said, I'm trying to promote some growth in here. And so I like to have it going up if I can. I don't know how true it is, but at this point, I don't want to chance it. But this one, I don't have a choice because she's already so okay. And then I can take this one and wrap it back around this way. So we have a lot less. I think I have an extra. Go get it. Okay. Now this, if I can get it close to the soil, it could root in the soil. I'm going to see what this does for a little bit, because I might end up taking this and putting this, wrapping it on top of the soil and seeing if I can get it to re-root. Right? Okay, you should be able to see this pin in here. And all it's doing is just holding down the tendril so it can root. And hopefully we can get some action going on up in here sometime soon. Okay, there she is. I broke off a leaf. Okay, so this is my Macrophyla. I think overall she's doing well. I will say that I have to be more diligent about watering her. I think I believe the hype that Hoyas don't need a lot of water, but I don't think that's very true. Not for the ones that I have anyway. So I'm going to cut this one pretty hard because I want her to grow really good. Now, this is weird. I'm gonna cut it here. So that's one. You can see the white sap coming here. You can see it coming up. Okay. And this one, let's see. This one you can see the nodes a little bit better. Like I said, you don't need a node for roots, but you need a node for leaves or more growth. So because I want this one to grow, I'm going to cut above this node here. It's a node right here. So I'm gonna cut and leave that node with the mother. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna cut and leave this one with the mother, and that way I can do these two. Right? Oh my, I just realized I cut off my favorite leaf. I'm propagating that. Okay, I feel like, I don't know. So this is the dilemma. The only leaves on this stem is these two right here, which I'm okay with leaving. Let's cut it right here. Okay, and I have this, which is one of my favorites too. And then now I have this one left. Now she has, oh snap, did I cut this one off and it don't have no? Yeah, okay, this one got leaves at the bottom. I just realized, I thought, okay. This one has a leaf right there. Okay. All right. Now we have what we need for our Macrophyla, and this is what we have left. She's cute. She looks so cute. She just got watered yesterday, so she is ready for the world. I'm going to leave her as is and let her little scabs form where the latex is building up. I'm gonna just let it callus over and do what she do. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the cuttings, right? So I'm going to take the cuttings and put them, and you can see where the latex is just on the glass right here. I'm going to put these are clean. I know it doesn't look it, they molly. But I'm gonna let them callus in here. Oh, that's way too long. These might be way too long. I might have to get a different vessel because they are very top heavy. But I want them to, oh, let me do this too. And this is what a freshly, oop, stay focused. Don't do that. Don't jump out of here. Okay. This is what new tendril, like fresh new tendril looks like. It's green, it's viable, it hasn't kind of turned woody or hard. So that's what you want to see when you want to see new growth. Like I see some new growth happening right here. And I'm hoping that cutting it doesn't affect that too much. So I'm going to let this callus over before I put any water on it. I might not even do it tonight. I might wait until tomorrow to do that.
Let's do Bella.
So Bella should be fairly easy to cut. I am watering her now, actually. I don't plan on cutting too much off of her, but all of this, like I said, all of this is coming from one stem. And as cute as I think she is, she got her wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. As cute as I think she is, it scares me that she only has one root system. So I want to give her a little bit more of a fighting chance. So I want to leave some on here. It doesn't really matter to me if the plant is fuller. I like it, this sort of whimsical look to it, but not a huge fan. Okay, so we're going to cut. Sometimes you just got to go with it. I really wanted to cut this, but she doesn't have any leaves on her. So she kind of making me a little nervous about cutting her. So yeah, I'm going to let this callus over. Aw, she looking kind of sad now, don't she? Aw. What did I do? She not as cute no more. I kind of want, more off. That's okay. She'll come back. She's going to come back. Okay. So that's the Bella. Now we got the biggin. All right. This is a lot. This is a lot. Okay. So I love this plant. But I noticed with this, especially with this Lisa, the Lisa is the variegated one. Both of these are Australis. The Lisa is the variegated one. I noticed that with these, I'm noticing some weird dimpling on these leaves. I'm not really liking that. Yeah, I'm not liking that at all. I don't see anything, but okay. So this is the plan. Oh, sorry. I'm breaking off leaves. Every other day she's dropping some leaves and they scare me because they're kind of thick and they fall and I hear stuff and I'm like, what was that? Okay. So what I want to do is I want to leave all of this here and I just want to cut whatever starts from here on back. And that way they have something to grow from. Okay, we're gonna come back for you in a second. Hold on. So now she is free. Ah! Okay. Clean out any dead leaves. She doesn't really have a lot of plants like stems in the soil. So I think she is going to do pretty well with this. I'm hoping, because some of these don't have leaves on them. We'll see. Some of these don't have leaves. Like this one now I'm noticing does not have a leaf at all. But that's fine because we're going to find out whether or not that it will actually produce leaves after you cut them all off. So we'll see. Now, with this, as far as this is concerned, I have noticed that I have one of them. I feel like something is going on with this plant. I'm going to clip these up. I'm not touching them with my hands, so that's good. I think something about the oils in your hands make them do weird things. And this one is still doing pretty. I'm not gonna force that one down just yet because when they go down like this, they tend, from what I understand, they die off. So I've done the same thing here where I have looped it and I pinned it down in the soil. And I believe there's roots down there. I'm looking at it and I can see some roots. So it's supporting the plant, which I love. So when this one gets long enough, I will do the same thing. But right now, she's not. And she's got a growth point on the end. So you can kind of see her little growth point. So I think this is good. I don't see anything weird. I don't see any any bugs or anything crawling or any spider webs. I don't see anything weird. So I'm hoping that I will get a chance to grow this in here. Really. I see a new growth point already. Yes. Okay, so maybe she was doing a little something, but it was really hard to get to it because she was so connected. And I see a little bit of a growth point up there too. So that's okay. We'll keep an eye on her. And I will let you know how she's doing going forward. She probably needs to be watered sometime soon because she's real lightweight. Maybe I'm just not used to her being this light. She cute. She real cute. She real cute. Okay, so now we get to deal with the monster. Now, I want to keep an eye on this end over here because I have had the pleasure of having this latex on my skin and it don't feel fantastic. You don't notice it right away. It's not like acid or anything, but you'll notice it later on, hours later, like why is my skin irritated? So I'm going to cut this along the way. I'm not going to try to unwind this, and I'm not going to keep every little piece of it. Okay, so this is what I want to do. The first place I see a leaf, a decent looking leaf, I'm just going to cut, and we're going to put all of them in this jar, hopefully. All right, so now we have this whole thing here. And this is mostly the green version, the Australis. I don't think I have any of the Lisa in here. It's just the green version. This version grows really quickly, which is why I know something is going on with this plant, because I haven't had any growth since I put her up last year. Not on this. Not if it has been growth, it's been really hard to tell. Is that too much? I might have to get another container, which is fine. I could put one for the short ones and one for the tall ones. The green on them is looking kind of sad, but I know how viable and pretty this plant can be and how fast it grows. So I'm not worried because I know it will grow back and grow back strong. I don't know. I tried something. I experimented. It didn't work. And we move on. I thought because the root system was so nice when it first started off that it could sustain all of this, but it could not. So that's fine. We live and we learn. Okay. So this has no leaves on it, but it does have some nodes. So this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to grow this just as
that's a node right there. And that's a node. That's a node. Oh, wait, hold on. That's a node. That's a node. And that's a node at the tip. Okay, so we're going to try it and see what happens. But I'm going to leave these and let these callus over. And
okay, so I'm going to do a little research and see if you can actually grow Hoya leaves. Okay, I haven't found anything so far that let me know whether or not anyone has ever done this. So we're gonna do the experiment. I love this kind of stuff, right? I'm pretty sure I can get it to root. And I'm pretty sure I could get it to root in water. At least I'm going to try it. All of these little like things poking out of it, I have found that when I see this, I know that it's going to root really well. So I'm not worried per se, but I've never done that before. I've never done it with without a leaf. I will give you an update on this as soon as we see some action. I will let you know how these are doing. I don't think it's going to take long. In fact, I cut my, and I probably showed you this before, but I cut my Chelsea and she is growing her roots really, really well. I don't pay any attention to this sign. This is not the right date. So I will put these in water. I will then put a tag on them to let you know what the date is. This is the wrong date. I will put the tag on it to let you know what the date is. And we will keep a close eye on these. I don't think it's going to take long. I definitely know before the propagation season is over, they will probably be in some level of soil so that I can then put them back in with the mother plant, because I do plan on putting, the goal right now is to put them back with the mother plant, but that might not work because I have a lot of cuttings. So it might have to get its own pot, which, I was trying to avoid that, but it is what it is. But these are doing fantastic. I was a little concerned about these, but these are doing really well. So I'm going to put these in soil really, really soon. Okay, so this is part 1 of my 2024 goals, or at least me acting on my 2024 goals, right? Come on, Lee. I want to propagate my Hawaiian. I do. Not because she's not already lush and big. She is. She's beautiful. And she's not even really bald in the back, right? Like, it's not that big of a deal. I just want to fill her pot out even more. Like, it's just a little empty back here. Not really that huge of a deal. In all fairness, I probably could just take one of the tendrils and set it on top of the soil and let it root and go from there. But I don't tend to do well with that kind of propagating. So I'm not going to try that. Not with this one, because I really need this to work out. So I do plan on propagating her. I think she is so pretty. Oh, she's so cute. She's so pretty. So yeah, I do plan on propagating her this year. That's the plan right now. I might chicken out because her leaves are getting really massive down here on the bottom. And she's not even climbing up anything. She's not even resting on anything. She is actually a hanging plant, and her leaves are getting bigger. By the every set of leaves that come out are bigger than the last one. So I am loving her. She is doing her thing. She has grown so much this last couple of weeks, or last couple of months actually. But yeah, so I do want to propagate her. She's also needing a drink every week. she's an alcoholic. No, seriously, she needs a drink every week. And so not that that's a problem, but yeah, eventually that will become a problem. So really what I want her to do is be in a big pot like I have my other pothos. I really would not mind having a house full of big old pretty pothos. That would be awesome. So yeah, she's going to get propagated this year only because I really love watching them grow. Like, they really do their business. And I think she's going to grow even bigger once I cut her a little bit. So I'm planning on giving her a nice little haircut. She's got about 3, possibly 4 tendrils, maybe if I include this one, that could be cut. And so it would be pretty much all of this will come off, and then we will be with the top. And so that's what I'm saying. I think even with the top, she would still be a beautiful plant. And I want to put her in a bigger pot. This is like a 6-inch, I want to say. But yeah, that's saying 8-inch, but I don't know. She's feeling more 6, maybe 7. I don't know. We'll see. If you like this video, make sure you give this video a like. And if you like this video, you would absolutely love our community. So if you would like to join our community, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go down below, hit that link, and subscribe to my newsletter. My newsletter is going to be the way that you're going to find out about what's new that's happening on the channel, some of the videos that I put out that you may have missed. And I have one little thing that I would love to share with you guys, but you got to get that newsletter. I would love to shout you out on your birthday. I think this community is amazing. One of the things that I'm doing right now, up until about mid-April, is I'm asking you a question every day in the community post. So check out my community post. And there are plenty questions. I'm asking one a day because I want to get to know you guys better. I hear you guys in the comment section, but I know some of you don't comment, and that's okay. You can answer the polls. They're anonymous. No one would ever know that you love plants as much as you do, except for me. So go ahead on, answer those questions, join the newsletter. Join the newsletter by hitting that description. You're going to give me your email address. I will either send you, in fact, you don't even have to sign up without getting anything. And the way to get to the newsletter is to get the free DIY bug spray. Now, you don't have to use it, of course, but you probably would because it's a good bug spray. So get that DIY bug spray, and when you get that, it will automatically sign you up for the newsletter, and then you will get the newsletter with the link to how you get to sign up for the birthday shout out. So it's a little bit of a process, but it's worth it, you guys. Join that community. So if no one else has said it to you today, have a great day. Bye. So I will give you an update on this as soon as we see some bloop bloop bloop. A 6-inch, I want to say. No, wait a minute, hold on. You got glasses on and you can't see. I don't know how that's gonna turn out, child. That thing just said wonky. You was all over the place. You were. Get it together, honey. What is wrong?